Okay, Houseberry. I can edit this out then. Hey guys, Wrath 1 5 pair Agami's now available, but as you see, I'm just now hopping onto Duel Links, and that means, well, Houseberry's going wild again. But speaking of that, I suggest you actually farm this event because the archetype Houseberry actually been giving us every time he went wild. Basically, that's an Xyz archetype. I don't know how good the XC monsters are. I looked at a few of them, and some of them are some negates that you can do once or twice. So I think they want to just go ahead and check out. And normally I would cringe the video by narrating this part, but I'm not going to. I'm just trying to get to the point of this video, which is the Agami unlock. Ah, here we go. I lost. Diva. Tayan shot. He did it. You just won. Oh, yeah. Ah. Oh. The meme face. Tell you can't do the meme face. Only those two. But where's Bakura? Oh, he's trapped inside of Agami's cube. If you didn't know that. Hey. Oh wait, not Bakura, but I meant the spirit of the Millennium Ring. Huh? Where am I? Bakura. Yugi. Kaiba. Once again, it's down to you and me, just like old times. No, you aren't the one that I want to duel, Yugi. I want the Pharaoh. Complete the Millennium Puzzle and release the Pharaoh spirit. Bring him back into your body. Pause. Listen to me, Kaiba. I understand how badly you want to battle a Tim, but the reality is, no more words. If you won't release him willingly, I just have to force you. Pharaoh, if you can hear me, prepare to be crushed. So Kaiba has appeared. Okay. I don't really care. I got the 3 million points needed to unlock Ogami. We go back to you later, Houseberry, but like I said before, it's worth to actually farm out his event at the moment. But anyway, yeah, right now Agami is available to unlock. You have him, well, you'll be able to unlock him once you get the card sleeves. Now let's see what's the other little requirement. Oh, and defeat Kaiba. So yeah, you just have to do a Kaiba once in the event, and then well, Agami will be available, and you also get his ace monster, which truly isn't his ace monster. There was a fusion monster in the movie that it doesn't look like we're gonna get unless that's a level up reward. But I'm not gonna spoil myself. Okay, I lied. I'm gonna spoil myself. Let's check the card catalog and see if it updated, and it did. So let's see. Oh, some evil swarm stuff. The card that we know is his boss, or at least is. A new House of Berry stuff, well, not House of Bell, but Evil Twilights. Evil Twilights, blip, I don't know. Getting Cubic Karma, which it would help the deck, but still need more than that to make it consistent. Okay, Cubic Beast. But don't get me wrong, I'm still going to try to bring a Cubic for video for y'all, but I know like the other YouTubers are gonna probably beat me to the punch, but still, I'm going to try to go ahead and build a cubic deck. But in my opinion, with what we have, unless, well, I see now that we're not getting the cubic seed. So that's what's going to make it a bit harder. But anyway, let's go ahead and try to beat Kaiba real quick in a mirror match. Because it said he had appeared. Let's go to the event tab. There you go. Duel Kaiba. Oh, and you can't use items for this, so you can't cheat. So is this just going to be a regular duel? Okay. So let me see. Nope, it's a regular duel. So I wish I didn't bring this deck now. So let me get summon Master Whip Eyes of Blue. I misplayed hard as hell. I should have attacked and tried to deal some type of damage. I'm Kamakut the miss out you. Yeah, let's just put Master Wise of Blue in defense. Cause I misplayed bad. Battle Ox, okay. Come on, second Blue Eyes. Or Maiden. I take it. It's gonna give me another poly though, isn't it? Didn't need a second one, but okay. Oh wow. And let's oh no, I don't want to activate who's in my graveyard. Cause that would just screw me over for what's in my graveyard trying to activate. Alright, looks like we're about to get the W against Kaiba. Alright, now let's watch the cutscene to unlock Agami and see what's the lines.
This isn't over between us. I'm done with you. Leave.
If you've seen Dark Side Dimension movie, then you kind of know what happens here, but I'm not gonna say anything. You know, I believe that's a 3-year spoiler. Anyway, Agami. Nothing will get in the way of me resurrecting the Pharaoh. But what if it's not up to you or me? I tried to tell you, but maybe I need to show you instead. Yugi. He's gone, Kyber. Gone forever. It wasn't easy. It still isn't. But I had to let him go. You have to as well. You lie. He's just afraid, scared to come out and face me. He knows he's no match for me, but it's not going to work. I beat him out of you. Kaiba, wait, no! I activate this card. Monster Reborn. This is it, Yugi. It's over. I activate the trap Final Gias. All the monsters in both our graveyards are banished. Are you ready? I'm always ready. Go, Dark Magician. Dark Magic Attack. Okay, so next will be a... Yep, okay. You don't know anything. You think that the world is at peace, but it's built upon the suffering of others. Master Shin knew this. He told us why the world was constantly at war. Because every person is consumed by fear. And fear turns into hate. Because fear tricks and clouds your judgment. But do I feel fear? No. I haven't felt a moment of fear ever since Master Sin saved me. And I will carry on his legacy by doing what is right. It's not revenge if it's in the name of justice. Through my actions, I will create a world of peace. My actions, I will create a world of peace. But yeah, we got the Agami unlocked, so let's go check out his skills. And why my nose is itching during this recording?
Just wait, Pharaoh.
So let's see. Here he is, Agami.
Learn that you are nothing without your memories.
So from what we learned in the studio, we actually get a lot more of the cubics, and I don't know how reliable of a deck cubics is gonna be in Duel Links, considering over half the monsters in the deck, even this level 2, you cannot normal summon or set. You have to send a cubic monster you control on the field to the graveyard to even get them out. And some of them require multiple and they low level ones like this one. This requires 2 cubics. Now, let's some of his skills can help with this. Cubics are not going to be a deck that's going to easily pop off. Yeah. Now, I'm just going to do a quick read through of the monsters, but let's go ahead and do this. But like I said, this one needs you to send like 1 cubic monster you control from the field to the graveyard. And if summoned this way, this card gains 800 attack. This card is spell summoned from your hand, inflict 800 points of damage to your opponent at the end of the damage step. If this card battled, you can target up to 2 Vijum, the cubic seed in your graveyard. Send this card to the graveyard, and if you do spell summon them, then you can add 1 Vulcan. Oh wow, from your deck to your hand. Okay, if I'm gonna start stumbling on some of these, then it's gonna be a while. But anyway, another thing is what the card is mentioning. That's one of the cards we need to make this deck liable. And according to the card studio, we are not getting Freedom the Cubic Seed. And I'm sorry if I'm butchering that monster thing. See the skill that we get. Oh, and this might literally. There we go. We got a skill to actually solve the issue that I was talking about. At the beginning of the duel, add 3 Vijum the Cubic Seeds to your deck. This skill can only be used at the beginning of the duel with a deck slash extra deck that contains no monsters other than cubics. So yeah, we actually getting the monster, but only through a skill so far, which is good. So okay, we have something to possibly make this deck work. But let's move on. Blade, Garuda, the Cubic Beast. You need to send 2 cubic monsters from your deck to the graveyard. And you control. Oh yeah, if summoned this way, this card gains 2,000 attack. This card can make a second attack during each battle phase. When this card destroys a monster by battle, you can target up to 3 of the cubic seed in your graveyard. Send this card to the graveyard, and if you do, spell summon them. Then add 1 a copy of Buster Gundale, the cubic behemoth, from your deck to your hand. Okay, yeah, I double check. Okay, this is a new one. Okay, you got to send 1 cubit. His attack points become 800. Inflict agent point. I'm pretty sure I read this one. Yeah, I did. Okay, moving on. And then the trap cubic karma, which is another card that is good for the deck. When this card is activated, you can target 1 cubic monster you control except Vijum the cubic seed. Send any number of Vijum the cubic seed from your hand and or deck to the graveyard. Then that monster gains 800 attack for each, even if this card leaves the field. During your opponent's turn, if Vijum the cubic seed is special summoned by the effect of a cubic monster, send this card to the graveyard, and if you do, half your opponent's life points. You can ban this card from your graveyard to add 1 cubic monster from your deck to your hand. So yeah, this is one of the cards we do need for the deck. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm gonna try to remember at the end of this video to literally go back to the cubic seed one and basically go over that card to show why we need it. Okay, level 13 gets life charge. We read that one. Then we get this one to an event. Well, the previous time this one was around. But anyway, 3 cubic monsters you control. That will take some of them. His attack points is 3,000. Card make a second and third attack, so it can attack 3 times. During each battle phase, if this card in your possession is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target up to 3 cubic monsters in your graveyard plus or something. So it's late night. Just trying to hurry up and review this. Okay, we went over him. What's the level 20 skill? Dimension Summon. Play 1 level 4 or lower cubic monster from your hand. The attack of the monster you play with the skill is equal to its level times 500. If the monster is destroyed, you lose life points equal to the original level times 5. Oof. Okay, so this could be an okay skill, considering how restrictive cubics are to the summoning, but I'm still thinking the first skill we looked at is better because you need the cubic seeds in the deck to pop off because they basically will always be on the field for you to go into the cubic plays, and some of them are a lot easier. Okay, another copy of his ace. And it looks like that's it. There's another evil swarm. So yeah, we get in a playset of the ace monster in his deck. Well, at least according to this. Endora Doom Vault of the Cubic Emperor. Three monsters, type 1 2400. If this card is spelled summon from the hand, inflict damage point damage to your opponent. This card in your possession is sent to the graveyard. Target up to 3 cubits in your graveyard. It's supposed to summon it. So yeah, that's Agami's unlocked. Now let's go for the skills we did not get. You don't deserve to exist in my world. Choose one monster your opponent controls that is equipped with an equipped spell card and has at least 1000 attack above its original attack and send it to another dimension. The skill can only be used once per duel. So if you want to purposely equip cards to your opponent's monsters, this skill will be okay. But I don't think that'd be technically a skill everyone would use. Like some decks can take advantage of this. For example, um, sorry, I was about to say something, but something got caught in my throat. Noble Knights, but not many decks at the current moment run equip spells, but some do. But anyway, let's move on. Mana the Plana, both him and Sarah have the skill. Send off your opponent's banish cards to another dimension, which is a good skill. Basically, you banish all the cards and make sure it doesn't come back in the game ever. Dimension Summon, we went over this because it's a level up reward. Cubic Seed, now we already did go over this skill, but I'm just going to read Vijum the Cubic Seed effect because this is one of the few cubic monsters you can actually normal summon. But anyway, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. At the end of the damage step, if this card battle an opponent monster, you can place this card face up in your spell and trap card zone, has a continuous spell card, and if you do, place 1 cubic counter on that opponent's monster. Monsters with a cubic counter cannot attack. Also negate their effects. If this card is treated as a continuous spell, sorry, I lost my place. Okay, by the effects during your main phase, you can spell summon this card from your spell and trap card zone. So see, this card is a floater. Now, the only thing that I can see going bad for you with this is if your opponent decides to, for some reason, seismic cyclone or cosmic cyclone this thing out of existence. But you have two more in the deck if they do. But yeah, basically you can use this card for your cubic monsters effects because you can't send this card from your not your X deck, from your spell and trap card zone to summon into your other cubic monsters that need the extra, well, that need more of them to get into. Cubic dimension summon. Okay, send 1 cubic monster you control to the graveyard and play 1 cubic monster from your hand that is 1 level higher than the monster you sent to the graveyard. The attack of the monster you play with the skill is equal to its original level times 500. Now this is another decent one, but like I said before, not too many of the cubic monsters can be normal summoned, so that's the issue. But let's go into the. Oh no, I think there's only one skill left for him. Yeah, Afterlife Lockdown, with his sister shares with him, Sarah. To the end of this turn, if a cubic monster you control destroys an opponent monster by battle, suffer the destroyed monster into the original owner's deck instead of sending it to the graveyard. Now, depending on what you're going against, this could be good, so you don't have to deal with the monster's graveyard effect. But anyway, that looks like that's all Agami's bringing us, some more cubic support. And once again, I will be trying to work on the deck. I know I say that a lot and end up not delivering, or either someone offer deck idea in Link Evolution. But I'm trying my best. I'm really not putting money into the game unless it's something I'm really invested into. But this deck is mainly, well, leveling up agami, which will take a while, but we can get most of the core pieces by simply playing. But anyway, I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out. Peace.